now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at shooting guard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now, here is George. Following the... Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
That one good for two.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Beverley. James Harden picking up that last basket. And it's Leonard missing. Irving against Beverley. Stolen by Beverley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Harden against George. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Didn't think that was going to go in. George has got his second basket of the night.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Now, here is Harden. KD with it. Leonard picks him up. Takes a three. Harden, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harris inside. Working on Zubac. Harris's shot is off. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. George, no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Here's Harden. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Harris kicks to Irving. Second chance shot. And that one hits back iron. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And the jam by Harden.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Beverley looking around. The pass to Zubac. It's good. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Harden gets the bucket.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Over in the corner, Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. That one goes in.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Harden with it. He's got 6. Dishes it to Jordan. On the wing, Harris. Here's Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Rondo. Cousins inside, defended by Griffin. Cousins, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
A nice shot by KD.
Boy, the strength of Kevin Durant is a thing of beauty. How about the ability to stay under control as he gets bodied?
Rondo kicks to Batum. Back to Rondo. Batum passes to Cousins. And it's off from three-point range. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Harden out there with Brown. Then it's Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Harden. Shakes him.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
The first free throw is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Cousins. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Brown right side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in, and that drops, so they now lead by 1. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Outside Jackson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Now Brown. Back to Irving. Griffin trying to get open. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Outside Jackson. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Irving, good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes to Cousins. That shot off the mark. Griffin with some nice D. Brooklyn leading by 3. Harris kicks to Brown. The kick out to Irving. Griffin trying to get open. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
They recover it. Brown the pass to Irving. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. And the Nets making a change here as well. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin. Here's George. And that one comes up a bit short. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Harden finds Jordan. Pass to Griffin. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break, and it's George finishing it off.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
From 20 feet out, it's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers trail. And George, here we go.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden against Leonard. They need this. Griffin dishes to Harden. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Clippers leading by 4. The pass to George. Inside. It's tipped. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Here's Harden. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubac.
And with a strong finish, he finally ends that 13-0 run by the Clippers.
And Jordan sends it back.
Boy,
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 14 points. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Left side, George. Down low, Zubac kicks to George. 6 to shoot. Durant against Leonard. Nets trail by 4. KD drives in.
Well, listen, you do the best you can to make Kevin Durant take tough shots. But this guy, lightning quick release, unbelievable shooter, so hard to guard him.
Oh, Leonard in position. And it's sent back by KD. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Kennard. Nice D from Griffin. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn for the tie. And it's Durant laying it in. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
On the wing, Batum. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Griffin finds Durant. Batum with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Both teams will make substitution. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Kennard. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And the Clippers call time here.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
And the shot is good. Irving's got 8 points.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Jackson looking it over. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
On the wing, Harris. Poked away. It's stolen by Rondo. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. For Brooklyn, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Sweet move. The shake. He lays it in.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Over to the wing. Outside for Batum. Outside Rondo. Back to Batum. From 13, it's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Rondo against Irving. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Rondo.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Irving, it's deflected. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Batum, good.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Beverly against Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
And it's sent back by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Stolen by Zubac. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Brooklyn ahead, leading by... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Timeout called, the Nets. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown, and it's Claxton in at the center position. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Harden outside. There's the dish to Durant. Back to Harden. Clock at 6. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And then George with the jam.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
And it's tied up with that one. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Back to George. It's stolen by Brown. Harden with it. George picks him up. Outside for KD. He dishes it to Brown. 4 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers shooting here about 46% for the game. Here's George. And the rejection by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Durant's running.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. The shot by George, no good. Nets leading by 4. That one drops for him.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Cousins, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
This is when you go to your big-time shot makers. Cousins, yes, sir.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good from outside.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed. Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Harden against Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 4.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Up top, Leonard. Goodbye, KD. Leonard against KD. Yes, that goes in. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And the rejection by Zubac. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And they're unable to get the time basket there. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Morris is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Then for the Nets, Joe Harris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. Harden dishes to Harris. Harden with it. Leonard picks him up. Back to Harden. Shoots over Zubac. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pass to Morris. In the corner, George with it. It falls! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
It's Harden with the drive. Yes!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
KD against George. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. Morris against Irving. Harris outside. Over George. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to... These teams have battled tooth and nail before quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Harris. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving at the 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And that one misses.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And Durant subbed in for Joe Harris. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is there. Harden's got 23 points.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Morris right side. And stolen by Irving. Lets it fly. Harden kicks to Jordan. Harden scanning the floor. And he drops it in from the low post.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Up top, Leonard. Goodbye, KD. Nice defense from KD. Nets leading by 4. Here's Irving. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 6. A minute 42 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. To the inside, Cousins, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Looking to end the run. In deep, Leonard drops it in.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down at the low post. That is nicely done.
Harden against Leonard. Harden the pass to Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers trail by 4. Kicks it out to Leonard. Harden against George. The shot off that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. On the wing, George. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Cousins, the pass to Morris. Outside for George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
Harris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Irving double teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. George against Irving. And Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of DA.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Cousins in at the 5. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now here's McCollum. Kicks to Covington. The dish to Anthony. 5 to shoot. There's the pass to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
McCollum against George. Feeds it to Cousins. Count that one.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Anthony with it. Right wing. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard inside. Covered by Anthony. Leonard kicks to Morris. Leonard against Anthony. Pass to Beverley. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now Anthony passes it to Nurkic. Now Covington. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Here's George, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard finds McCollum. And there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists from.
But we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's McCollum. The Clippers getting the bucket. They're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. He dishes it to Lillard. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
George looking around. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. Outside, Covington. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
Morris finds Beverly. Now here's Cousins. Out to Morris. Back to Cousins. On the wing, Morris. Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for McCollum. Here's Kennard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Portland with a change here, too. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 3. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
They've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. To the paint, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to dunk.
Outside Rondo. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And here is Powell. Now the pass to McCollum. Pass to Giles.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Back to Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And now it's a three-point Clipper lead. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for C.J. McCollum. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
How about the muscle from Jackson on that play? Even with the contact, he knocked the bucket down easily.
So for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. And Portland with a change here too. Giles is checked in. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send-back.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Giles. He's covered by Leonard. Portland again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Powell. Giles in the corner. Now here's Powell. He's tightly guarded. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
And there's the pass to Cousins. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014. And Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's George. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Lillard against Beverly. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Lillard.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Beverly. Cousins finds Leonard. Here's George. The shot that time, not on target. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with... And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Here's Leonard. The shot comes out, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Covington, and Covington stays with it. Covington's got the first bucket of the third here for the Trailblazers.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. George, that's a 2-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Covington wide open, he fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game. I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Here's Nurkic. It's good. This game is all even. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to Rondo. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for C.J. McCollum. And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. He kicks to Lillard for the lead, and it's good on the way up. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And Lillard's calm attitude helps in these spots. He doesn't force anything up, even when the clock is low.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Cantor checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Lillard. Jones against Kennard. Here's Rondo outside for Batum, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
He gets that one.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Simons surveying the D. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Down low, Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
This is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Zubats. 6 points for him. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jackson's got his third bucket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 4. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Powell. Good work defensively by Morris.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Outside for Batum. On the wing, Morris. Just 5 to shoot. His first shot coming late. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Trailblazers trail by 4. Anthony, the pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Jones. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Bucket is good. Batum's got his first points of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's McCollum. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Man in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Portland moving the ball around. McCollum finds Lillard. The second chance effort. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from McCollum.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Passes it to Cousins. Banked in off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard misses.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Stolen by Cantor. Nurkic with it. He's picked up by Cousins. From the low block. Misses off the left iron.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many at all.
Nobody near Leonard. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Lillard outside. Just 4 to shoot. No good on the triple. Los Angeles leading by 6. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Beverly. Back to Cousins.
Oh, and what hustle on defense from Nurkic. I mean, great at staying in place and ignoring scores.
Here's Leonard, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lillard against Beverly. Looking to get back on track here. And Lillard with a nice bucket inside.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Now George. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Beverly against Lillard. Outside Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic trying to get open. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Anthony. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Morris outside. Leonard against Anthony. Leonard attacking, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Panthers check. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside for George. Over in the corner, Beverly. Pass to Cousins. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Cousins. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let up. And, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, Colin will find you.
Outside, George kicks it to Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that is just a huge bucket from Beverly. I mean, he just has a knack of coming through in big ways for the squad.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. Five. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Now, here's George. Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Here's Zubac. Holiday with the block. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Fires from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Now, here's George. It's Morris atop the key. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Beverly. George against DiVincenzo. Outside for George. There's the triple. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez. Middleton outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. From outside the arc. Morris with the rebound.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And that one's good. Leonard.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
Here's Holiday. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Fires the 3. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Nobody near Leonard. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Back to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis outside. A pass to Middleton. The dish to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Off target from outside.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Middleton's got 5.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Clock at 6. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Four. Offline with his three. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. The shot's good from Kennard.
This is what Cousins gives you, good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
Holiday left side. Chalk up 2 there.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Holiday against Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Great D that time from Portis.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And then Cousins with the dunk.
I loved him being aggressive right there. DeMarcus is a big target at the rim.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clipper. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Holiday in at the 1.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Here's Mann after the basket by Milwaukee. Passes to Kennard. Shoots the 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee in the lead. And Forbes kicks to Holiday. Connaughton passes to Portis. The Bucks working the ball around. And Holiday, here we go. Inside. Clock is at 3. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Here's Connaughton. Offline from the top of the key. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Jackson passes to Cousins. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got 6.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now here is Holiday. 6 points for him. Pass to Tucker. And here is Portis. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Bucks also changing it up. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Rondo's shot is good.
Two of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
Teague feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Portis. 1:44 left in the first half. Off target with the open look.
I guess even he has missed one of those once in a while.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Portis. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Teague, the pass to Lopez. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Lopez has got the game tied up here for Milwaukee. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now the feed to Morris. Releases. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And it's Rondo penetrating. Great D that time from T. And pushing it up Milwaukee. The Bucks again in transition. Here's Giannis. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Bucks on top, finishing the quarter on a tremendous. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the open. And that does it for our half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
They've got Paul George, Ivica Zubac, who's out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Holiday. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. but if you need him to, he can.
A floater, the putback, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Holiday dishes to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton against Morris. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 3. Nobody near George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 9.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Lopez finds Middleton. And that one is good. 9 points for Chris Middleton.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard for the lead. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Cousins. And stolen by Portis. Holiday dishes to Tucker. Pass to Portis. Holiday against Batum. Here's Portis. And the layup is good. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson down low, guarded by Holiday. And they double up Jackson. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Clippers have possession. Kennard on the wing. And it comes off the front of the rim. Bucks leading by 4. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Forbes can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. The pass to Connaughton. Portis with it. He's guarded by Cousins. Outside Portis. 6 to shoot. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Kennard on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Kennard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Here's Tucker. It counts, and the foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Portis, and Middleton subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Outside Rondo to the middle. Here's Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And then for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday. To the inside. Batum with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Now T. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Batum with the steal. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. Here's Zubac to take the lead, and the layup is good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Giannis inside. Leonard's there. And Antetokounmpo hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Rondo finds Leonard. A three-pointer, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Up again. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Drew Holiday is checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Showing off the power there. Holiday likes to attack and comes at it with a lot of force.
The Clippers trail. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And here is Zubac. Morris, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. George with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Back to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. For the 3, buries the long-range jumper. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Holiday left side. To the middle. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And he jams it with authority. Went right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Over in the corner, on to Kumbo. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Morris, no good. The Bucks trail. And here's the fast break. Here's Giannis. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Milwaukee making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Clippers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now a 3-point Clipper lead.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Zubac with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Lets it go from the wing. That one wide left. Bucks have gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Stolen by George. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. It falls.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Giannis drives in. It's in. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
DiVincenzo against George. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday is running. Giannis outside. Here's Lopez. Count.
And really the playmaking skills that Giannis possesses are special. He's so difficult to guard and screen and rolls because of it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at center. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the 2 spot. Zubac, Morris outside with the shot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Harden dishes to KD. Jordan inside, working on Zubac. Harden, no good.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Here's Leonard. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Durant with it. George picks him up. Over George. Durant, no good.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. KD passes to Harden. Shot clock at 6. No good there. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard inside. Guarded by Harris. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts. Clearly feeling it.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send them to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the strike.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
Rondo against Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Kennard against Harden. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Wide open look. Rebound by Jeff Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. And that one's good, Irving.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Irving against Rondo. Cousins dishes to Rondo. No good that time. Great D that time from Irving. It's stolen by Rondo. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Outside for George. Over Harden. George, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Paul George with the steal. Here's Batum. And the dunk by Batum.
Those long strides allowing Batum to get right to the rim.
Nets trail by 4. And a deep three from Harden. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside for Rondo. Wide open. And it's Griffin with the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And here is Irving. 4 seconds left. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
How about Irving showing you great energy there, just refusing to be boxed out?
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And honestly, guys, in real...
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. And it's Durant. And it's Green in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Burnett shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. KD looking around. Now the pass to Irving. Back to KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Durant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Here's Jackson. Plays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Irving. Yep, it counts.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Jackson. No good on that one. The Nets go the other way with it, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamet's checked in for Irving. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Beverly's checked in. Here's Durant. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Durant's got his second bucket of the game to go. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
The wide open look for Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And Batum kicks to Beverly. George passes to Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Harden against Beverly. Pass to Durant. Kicks it out to Harden. Pocket 6. Back to KD. Pulls up on the elbow. And there it is for him. Durant's got 6 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Beverly. Batum against Durant. Batum passes to George. That shot misses. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. Brown finds Griffin. Beverly against Brown. Back to Griffin. Passes it to Durant. Again, the Nets for 2.
So smooth offensively, extremely smooth. Durant, easily one of the best scorers in NBA history.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. Over Jordan. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for...
Oh, man. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Now Kennard. Down low. Here's Batum. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. And as great as James Harden hit. And that should...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Beverley against Irving. And the wide open shot from Morris. And it's off from three-point range. Brooklyn leading by 4 from about 19 feet. And that one goes long. And Los Angeles guys shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Beverley wide open. Off target from outside. Irving with a clean look. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding. Let him eat.
And Beverley kicks to Zubac. Now the dish to George. And George with the stuff.
Just befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
Outside Durant over George. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Moves back up. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Joe Harris is checked in for Durant, and it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
No good from Irving. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Johnson surveying the floor. Throws it up high.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Outside Leonard. And that one drops for him. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Jackson down low. Johnson on him. Here's Zubac. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Irving misses.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Zubac in the post. Shoots. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Zubac has got 4 points in the quarter. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Irving. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
The pass to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Outside, Batum. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And that one's good, Irving.
Well, Irving can shoot it with little warning. I mean, he's just that quick. No time to contest if you're not there before the shot.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. Inside shot. It's good. Kennard's got his first bucket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And the shot is good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Here's Zubac. He has 6. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So it's the Clippers now. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and there's Green, and it's Harden in at the point guard. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Kennard, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Kennard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Now, here is Harden. Shoots from the elbow, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Kennard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Brown kicks to Durant. The putback. It's good on the putback. Green's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Blake Griffin comes in for Harris. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. And it's Leonard in for Kennard. High post, KD. Leonard's there. Griffin dishes to Brown. Pass to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Yeah, the range of Harden deserves a lot of respect because his form is really almost perfect. He's never off balance when he shoots the 3-point shot. He's always got his legs under it.
Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Harden kicks to KD. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Looking strong to the finish. When Durant locks in on scoring, nobody's stopping it.
On the wing, Morris. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Harden against Leonard. It's Harden with the drive. And Harden with the stuff.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's George for 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Irving. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Beverly. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Irving passes to KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
The feed to George. Can they get it? Sinks the triple.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Irving with it. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter. He dishes it to Jordan. Irving looking for an opening. Yes, that goes in.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
George against Harden. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. 30 seconds left in the 4th. And Jordan gets it to go.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And here is Harris. On the wing, Irving. Now Harden. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. And the basket by Lillard. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Lillard against Beverley. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Clippers have possession. It's a 5-point game. Here's George. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Now here's Lillard. He has 5. High post shot. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Lillard's got 7 points. Rondo against Lillard. Rondo kicks to Leonard. And yes, it's good.
Leonard did a good job to take a picture there, recognizing what was going on, read the defense, and then finds a soft spot in the mid-range.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 7. There's the dish to Nurkic, and it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony down low. Leonard's there. 5 on the clock. Now here's Lillard. He's covered by Rondo. They get the rebound. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Nails the 16-footer. He's got 9.
He's so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Floats it up for Cousins. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Lillard with it. 9 points in the game so far. Covington kicks to Lillard. Over Rondo. And he can't bank that one in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 3. Leonard the pass to Cousins. Outside for George. Over McCollum. And there's Paul George on the assist by Cousins. George has got his second basket of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Back to Lillard. Passes it to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Now here's Lillard. To the paint. Lets it go from 11. And he hits the jump shot.
And you give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Clippers trail by 3. Rondo looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Lillard. .32 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the shot goes down.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. For the Trailblazers, Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Kennard. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Here's Jones. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no sign. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Powell dishes to Kanter. Comes up empty down low. The Clippers trail. Man passes to Batum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Batum's got his first 2 points of the night. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, Jones. Pass to Kanter. Jones looking for an opening. And Jones slams it in.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Jackson drives in, and he makes that one.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
The Blazers on offense. They trail by 1. There's the pass to Powell. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Powell. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Jones against Beverly. A 3-ball. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Simons the pass to Jones. High post, Nurkic. Here's Giles, defended by Batum, and the layup falls. Giles has got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's Beverly missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Nurkic is now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Beverly kicks to Jackson. Down low. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Zubac.
Now, this is what his coaches like to see. Jackson making an effort to distribute the ball in that situation.
Simons the pass to Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. McCollum's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Outside Rondo. Makes it off the glass.
Rondo's such a great ball handler, such great ball control. Even though he's a little bit older, he can still surprise you with what he sees out there.
Pass to Lillard. 15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. To the middle, here's Anthony, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Anthony's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Rondo passes to Leonard. Shoots over Powell, and that would have counted, but his shot was off. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 2 assists. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Up top, Covington, covered by Morris. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
What a luxury for a staff to have a guard who can do this. Lillard able to elevate quickly for the Monster Jam.
George against McCollum.
Oh, caution. Flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish. No run-of-the-mill stuff there.
No.
Fellas putting something extra on it.
Ray, can you believe that? My goodness.
If this can deflate the other team, they need to answer back strong.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Over George. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the power on that prudence.
Unreal. In the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. They throw good. Paul George. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Lillard finds McCollum. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here is Lillard. 13 points in the game. And then Lillard slams it in.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
George against McCollum. And George kicks to Cousins. He dishes it to Beverly. Passes it to George. Here's Cousins. He is guarded by McCollum. Outside for George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Man, off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers leading by 6. Anthony dishes to Lillard. .144 left in the third quarter of the game. Up top, Covington. Back to Lillard. He's feeling it. They get it back. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The shot by George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. McCollum, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Cousins on the follow.
I mean, one guy who's still dominating the inside, DeMarcus Cousins, a great rebounder and a great scorer. That time a second chance, cashing in.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by George.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Leonard with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Now Lillard. 15 points in the game. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over Beverly, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And here's George for 3. And McCollum puts up a deep 3.
And DeMarcus is a huge guy, excellent at using his reach and size to throw off shooters.
And we've reached the end of the third. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Leading by 5. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. That's tipped. Jones kicks to Powell. 4 on the clock. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Kennard. Back to Rondo. Inside. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. But they recover it. Kanter finds Jones. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Well, Kanter always thought of as a scorer first. That time, an excellent job spotting his teammate and getting the ball to him.
Here's Rondo. And that one is off. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Powell, no one around him. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 5. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Leonard missing.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. Lillard against Beverley. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Here's George. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Paul George stepping up big time.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. Count that one. And now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
141 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Lillard, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Clippers trail by 5. The shot by George, wide open. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. From the arc. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And a deep 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Yes!
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
The pass to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. Over George. A putback. It's good.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And George kicks to Leonard from downtown. And it's rebounded by Covington. And Portland has possession. Now here's Lillard. Dishes it to McCollum. Right side, Covington. So the Trailblazers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here is George. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Holiday looking over the floor. Giannis left side. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And George gets it to go.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Outside Holiday. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Pass to Lopez. Back to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
George against DiVincenzo. Wide open look here for Zubac. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And the Bucks with possession. They get a hand on it. And here we go. George heading to... Oh, my goodness! Wow. What a play!
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Bucks trail by 6. Passes it to Middleton to the inside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Holiday finds Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. 1:43 left to play here in the first. Cousins, no one around him, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Chris Middleton. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That one good for two.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Rondo on top, guarded by Holiday. Kennard for three. That one, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Pass to Tucker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
I just love the activity, a fireball of energy. Tucker earning himself a trip to the stripe.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of this game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. Now here's Beverly. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Lobs it up for Holiday. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Cousins, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Holiday. High arcing shot, misses from close range.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got Bobby Portis. P.J. Tucker is out there with Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Forbes the pass to Connaughton. To the middle. Portis kicks it to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering. Clock at 4. And Portis throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Cousins against Portis. Back to Cousins. The pass to Man. Here's the 3. Second chance shot. Back to Cousins. And stolen by Portis. To the paint. Uses both hands to slam it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Inside, and stolen by Portis. Down low, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Beverly, and he converts the layup. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Holiday goes in, and the shot goes in. Holiday's got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Mann. Misses the three. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Rocket 2. Off target from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Holiday left side. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Kick out to Giannis. Lopez inside. Zubac's defending. Lopez, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's George. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Both good from the line that time. Outside Jackson. Zubac kicks to George. Connects from three-point range. George has got 7 points.
Well, we knew that Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, give us your take.
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, good. They're looking to get...
That's all for now.
Venom. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And that one's good by Lopez.
Don't you love watching Brook Lopez get to that mid-range, stretch the floor with his shooting ability? Really good stuff.
George passes to Zubac. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. And here is DiVincenzo. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good on the three. And Leonard has it in the corner. Lots of room. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
A shot by Middleton. Wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. Outside, George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Holiday with it. Jackson on him. Middleton finds Giannis. And here is Lopez. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. By himself. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Morris against Giannis. Outside Holiday. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And this is all you have to do with Brook Lopez. Exceptional at completing lobs thrown his way. Long arms, easy job.
Jackson has the open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got 5. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous, his size. At 7 foot, he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
In the corner, it's Morris. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Holiday, here we go. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Morris kicks to George. Will not go. This is off the front iron. One-on-one here. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor. And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. And then for Los Angeles, Batum comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. No good from Connaughton. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
The Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Hondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Middleton. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Beverly, the pass to Batum. Drops in the layup for 2. Batum's got 6 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
To the wing on the left. Back to Connaughton. 34 seconds left to play in the third. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Beverly. Zubats in the post. Working on Portis. Zubats, that's good.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
For the lead, they get it again.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
3 seconds left. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Clippers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Clippers in the lead. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Pass to Middleton. Bucks passing it around. Lopez, no luck. The Clippers shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, the Bucks shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's Giannis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Beverly. And Batum kicks to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
They get it back. Now the Clippers with it. There's the lob to the hoop. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Clippers lead by 2.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Giannis outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And here is Los Angeles now. Morris outside. He can't get it to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo to take the lead. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists here tonight. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Rondo against Holiday. Morris passes to George. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
In attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. The three from George. Drops in the tray.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Double team on Holiday. For three, Middleton. The offensive rebound, Lopez. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And then George with the jam.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Bucks trail by 3. Outside Holiday. Dishes to Middleton. It's deflected. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
The drive by Giannis. Takes it down to Middleton. Hands it from downtown.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Passes to Zubac. Out to Morris. The three. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
One easy looks. Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. Here's Leonard. The shot will not fall. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Jackson against Holiday. To halt the run. It counts. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Lopez right side. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. Money!
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
In the corner, George with it. Fires for 3. Misses the tray. Outside Jackson. For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball. In fact, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For great.
you